Community Connection on KGNB, brought to you by Waters International Realty.
This is Paige Green with our Community Connection. We're here with Weslea Miller. She's the Executive Director of Provisions Outreach. Weslea, how are you?
I'm doing well, thank you, Paige. Thank you for having me.
Of course. So, can you tell me about Provisions Outreach?
Sure, I'm happy to. First off, I do want to clarify that we're in Bulverde, not New Braunfels, but we are still Comal County. We're in Bulverde, Texas. We are a nonprofit charitable food pantry that has been serving our community since 1991. So we're 32 years into feeding hungry neighbors. We provide supplemental groceries and household goods, toiletries. We have referrals for clothing and other services that are outside of our scope. We work with other collaborating agencies for things like health care and mental health care and things like that as well. But we've been doing this for quite a while in the Bulverde community, Spring Branch. We now are an open pantry, so we're serving anybody from anywhere can come if they are a family or an individual in need of some supplemental groceries and basic necessities.
This month is Hunger Action Month, and being a food pantry, what is Provisions Outreach doing to spread awareness, and what can residents do for Hunger Action Month?
Well, thanks for asking. We're halfway through. Hunger Action Month, first let me define for the community, if they haven't heard of it, is a national initiative that was developed by Feeding America to call attention to food insecurity across the country. In local communities, and also to call attention to the food banks and the food pantries and the other hunger relief organizations that work so hard to help eliminate food insecurity and hunger in the country. Now, here locally, Comal County Commissioners and the City of Bulverde both offered up official proclamations of making September Hunger Action Month in an effort to raise awareness within our local Comal community of the need that exists here. We have probably a lot more needs than people are aware of in terms of families who are low income or of marginal income or are in an emergency situation or crisis situation in which they just need a little help with the basic necessities of life, and that, of course, is food, right? Nobody can get anything done if they're hungry. So by observing Hunger Action Month, we hope to call attention to this need locally and how the food banks like the New Braunfels Food Bank and the San Antonio Food Bank and the food pantries like Provisions, and there are several other food pantries in our community who are serving this population of people who just need a little bit of assistance during a rough patch. So Hunger Action Month is in full swing. We're halfway through, and folks are encouraged to reach out, to do a little research, reach out to a local church or a local food pantry, call the New Braunfels Food Bank and find out pantries near where they live and see what those pantries might need. The pantries, let me clarify a little bit. The food bank is a larger entity that we serve as partner agencies. We are a pantry, so essentially the pantries are the distribution points. We are the hands and feet who are serving the clients coming in on the daily basis. So the food pantries need help like donations of food and toiletries and funding, and we want to encourage people to understand and do a little research or read up on what it looks like to be hungry or food insecure in Texas and in Comal County. So that's the point of Hunger Action Month, is to make sure that the folks who are in a position to help others are aware of the need in the community and aware of the services we're providing. And that way we can all work together to make sure that we are serving those folks, and hunger is not a problem for families who are struggling.
Weslea, earlier you mentioned that there may be more people struggling with food insecurity than you may realize. Do you know or have an about of how many people Provisions Outreach serves?
Oh, of course. So our numbers have increased exponentially. Our client numbers have in the last, I would say, year. And we are fully between 25 and 30% over the number of people we were serving last year. So to put some numbers around this, and not knowing, I need you to know first that we at Provisions serve like a small grocery store. So clients come in and they are escorted through the process by a volunteer. They get to shop for what they need from what we have in our inventory. And every client spends at least 20 minutes with us, maybe 30 minutes, depending on, how long it takes them to get through the process. So we are open 20 hours a week. We're only open 20 hours a week, and we easily serve between 100 and 110 families a week. What that is coming out to be is somewhere around the 400 clients per month, and those 400 clients or households represent right around 1,300 people every month that are receiving food from us to help get through each month. And those families might also be struggling enough to maybe have to go to a second pantry during the month, because they can come to us once a month, and they may have to go to another pantry down the road a second time during the month in order to make their dollars stretch and be able to buy gas and medications and things that the kids need and that sort of thing. So we're there to serve as a supplement. But our numbers have gone up incredibly over the past, I would say, year. Inflation has really taken a toll on the families who might be of what I call a marginal income, like maybe this time last year or before that, they were just getting by. They were doing okay, but they were getting by. And inflation has come along, and that marginal income is no longer enough. So they kind of fall into that low income category now. And it's been really hard on those folks who live in that band of resources.
And you said 1,300 people. That comes with a lot of donations, and you mentioned groceries and toiletries, volunteering. Is there anywhere people can go to learn more information about donating or what specifically the food pantry needs?
Oh, absolutely. We have our website, of course, I've got a ton of information on our website, and that is provisionsoutreach.org. Again, provisionsoutreach.org. We are on Facebook also as Provisions Outreach in Bulverde, and the Facebook page actually is kind of the minute-to-minute kind of daily things. If something comes up on the daily or urgently, I tend to use the Facebook page because it's more immediate. But our website has a ton of stuff on there about how people can help. We always need donations of toiletries are especially useful, things like shampoo, deodorant, just your basic necessities, toilet paper, bar soap, toothpaste, and then, of course, food, which is something we always need as well. The canned goods, the shelf-stable proteins like tuna and chicken, stew, ravioli, those kind of things. We're happy to take, any kind of non-perishable that comes through the door. So it all helps. Canned fruit, canned vegetables, just the standard stuff that most people think of when they think of a pantry, what you keep in your pantry at home, dry rice, dry beans, soup, those kind of things. Those things are very helpful. And then, of course, if you get right down to it, we are always in need of funding. We do have regular overhead. We pay rent, we pay utilities, all of that kind of thing. We, have insurance and that sort of thing. So in order to keep our doors open and in order to keep serving these families who need our support, of course, we need the support of the community who is able to help us in that regard so we can continue to do that. Our website is packed full of information. I'm always happy to take a phone call and give a tour here at the food pantry. We are located in the little downtown village of Bulverde, which is off of Bulverde Road, and say 281 is our closest intersection. And it's a nice little community down here. We're kind of tucked away behind another business. So if folks want to come by, it's usually best to use your GPS or give us a call. I can give you our phone number if anybody wants to jot it down. It's 830-438-7899. And we were designed and founded to serve the Bulverde and Spring Branch community. However, we are an open pantry, so if anybody that might need us for supplemental groceries, they're welcome to come here and see us. If they're willing to make the little trip to Bulverde, we're happy to take care of them as well. But anybody's welcome to give me a call. I can chat forever about this and bring you in and take you on a little tour if anybody wants to do that as well. So as I said, we are fully supported by the public, individuals and grant makers and folks like that who take care of us. I do want to take a moment right now and thank our friends at the United Way of Comal County. They have been supporting us for several years, along with so many other individual donors and funders who have just helped us keep our doors open and keep us serving our community. So thanks to them, and I know they arranged this interview as well, so we certainly appreciate their support.
Again, that phone number was 830-438-7899, provisionsoutreach.org to learn more information about Provisions Outreach, the food pantry in Bulverde. Thank you to Weslea Miller, the Executive Director of Provisions Outreach, the food pantry in Bulverde.